Welcome everybody to proof that replay editors work, because we have Whitera at the 0 minute second mark saying the reps whatever com, and then we have him saying good luck, have fun, GG, good luck by Naniwa, into this next game of this best of 3 where we are having Naniwa going up against Whitera, as you can tell by the chat. And we had a really interesting game in that last one. Whitera ended up getting taken down by Naniwa, who had an incredibly powerful defense in response to a very powerful push. I mean, Whitera had 4 immortals, no, Naniwa had 2. His advantages laid in a few centuries, and that was really about it. Blink in a few centuries. Everything else was in Whitera's favor, except maybe numbers of stalkers. I guess we can give that to Naniwa as well. And that ended up being enough. Naniwa pulled about 20 probes or so, lost a bunch of them in that defense, was able to lock in a few immortals, make the units fumble around behind themselves, and Whitera just didn't have as many units attacking as Naniwa did, and then Naniwa was able to just go ahead and win. So here we have Naniwa going forward. He's once again doing this 12 gateway versus Whitera's more traditional 13 gate with probes being produced, which just seems to be what just happened. I didn't quite see in the tab if there was a probe that was built or not, but we do see that Whitera is going to go ahead and get down his assimilator. Gas timing that is not emulated by Naniwa. There we go. Naniwa is just slightly later. Just a small tiny difference that are fun to note. But basically these players are probably going to go for something normal. I'm pretty sure Whitera is going to play safe. Naniwa, on the other hand, could easily just cheese. He won that first game pretty well, and if he wants an easy best of 3, he could easily just 4-gate or do something weird and try and catch Whitera off guard and possibly get an easy best of 3 win. If not, you can just play safely, go for a normal game, and just be fine. But in these best of 3 situations, you have that added psychological factor, and with Naniwa winning that last game in that fashion, where Whitera probably felt safe ahead, because he had the faster expo, he had the faster tech in terms of the robo and all that, so why wouldn't he have a good attack and win with that push? Or anything, so he could really be going a little like, I'm kind of nervous, but he's also Whitera, so he probably doesn't get phased by much of anything. So knowing all this, let's see what Naniwa is going to go ahead and then decide to do. As right now, you can see the warp gate starting. He does have a lot of warp gate, and a Chrono Boost is using it on that warp gate. He honestly may just 4-gate even with the Stalker Rush starting build order. We see Whitera will be retreating. He sees this, but there's no next pylon. Oh, there we go. There is a third pylon. A third pylon is usually an indicator of a non-4-gate, but I have seen some players that get that second gas and get that second pylon and then just do a later 4-gate. But we see that Whitera has seen that and will be retreating, thinking in his head that at the very least there's not going to be a 4-gate. Naniwa's probe count is 21. You could go to 22 and do a 4-gate. It's not unheard of. But Whitera is actually looking like he may be 4-gating. He's got Stalkers producing. He's got his Chrono high. He's still producing probes, but he doesn't have much else. He's still only on 1 gas. That's the main thing that I'm really seeing right now. So Whitera is not quite sure what he's doing, but he's saving his Chrono Boost. He's not really getting much of anything. I wonder. He's got this one probe out in the front. He honestly may be going for a 4-gate. You can see, will he? He's got a lot of, there's his next gas, but he's got a lot of money, because there's a robo and a gateway. I would assume for 3-gate robo. Huh, I'm kind of baffled at what build he's doing. Naniwa is going to be able to pick off this probe without too much difficulty. Never mind, there is difficulty considering that Whitera has all of those stalkers there, and he's ahead in the stalker count. Naniwa could actually possibly lose one. There we go. Whitera's now going to pick off that one. Ooh, miss micro. Actually, to prevent the ability to kill that, but will Whitera actually be able to intercept them over here? That's what he's trying to do. But Naniwa's actually being very sneaky and just keeping them over here in that little tiny nook and cranny. Now we're watching as now he's warping in more units. He's once again just with this 2-gate opener. I've really find that fascinating. He's not going to 3 gates, which is the traditional PvP thing to do. Whitera is still pursuing off these 2 guys only. He may be going, yep, there's the expansion, because that's what he's using the money for. He's going to go for this weird 6-minute expansion. It's basically is timed so that if there's no 4K, he can probably expand. But now we're seeing Naniwa with all these stalkers and move forward. He may be able to be the one that has a chance to pick off that stalker, and he does. And that is big. Whiterot just canceled his Nexus because there's no way he'll be able to hold an expansion down there. And we can see that Naniwa can even that's Naniwa's pylon. That's not Whiterot's pylon. That's Naniwa's. And now we're gonna watch as now he's gonna push forward. He's got all those stalkers down there. By the way, he did go for blink, and that's not even done. You can see how that is that close to being done. About half the course we've done, and really nice micro by him and try and continue picking off units. And the Whiterot warped in that stalker in the face of those attacking stalkers. And now we're going to see that this Immortal is going to be out. Naniwa is actually go ahead and try and engage. He doesn't have blink, but we see Whiterot saying actually it's not Whiterot, it's the editor for the replay. We see that the Immortal is going down. The one's being produced, but looks like Naniwa is actually just going to take it right here. There's the GG, the well played. Naniwa has these 5 stalkers in there, and they are just wrecking. That's incredibly well done. And Naniwa, with a 2-gate push, essentially a 2-gate push, ends up beating Whiterot. And Whiterot tried to get a fast expo, which is a great and very good thing to do, especially once you see there's no 4-gate. But clearly, Naniwa has mastered a 2-gate beginning in PvP, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I'd be curious to see what he would do in the case of someone just doing a normal 4-gate against him, and if he could hold that with just these 2 gates, whether it relies on encountering those probes, stopping them before they can really get out there or something. But that was a very cool best of 3 that Naniwa ends up winning, so congratulations to him, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much.